So really what if this is a very powerful paragraph because what Jesus is telling us is that what we're constantly doing is we're constantly trying to make what is unreal real. And that's with anything. That's why so much and I just know this from working with people for so long that people do all kinds of seminars and workshops, and even me as I mean, I'm a trainer. I've been a trainer for over a decade. I've been very involved in all transformational work and, whether it's, technologies, like experiences and exercises that really have people have powerful breakthroughs in human development, human potential, all that stuff. It still is very fascinating to me that no matter what, we all do what he's saying right here. And that's where all of our suffering comes from. And check this in your own life. The next time that you feel like you're struggling or you're suffering, look at I always ask myself, like, what am I trying to make real right now? Like, what am I making taking an illusion and trying to make it when I say real, try to make it reality. And what Jesus says is the only reality is the reality that was given to us by God, which is the reality of what we are as spirit, as pure being, as pure eternal free beings. So I love this how he says, for who can choose to keep the ones that he prefers, the illusions that he prefers, and find the safety that the truth alone can give. And that's what we do. We try to pick and choose which ones we're going to make. Like, if I could just get this to be what I want it to be, it'll be like everything to me. And it always fails. And it has to fail because the very basis in which we're attempting to make what we see out there reality outside of God will always end up suffering. And that's why the techniques and all these things in the end, they might seem to work for a little while, but discontent and fear and anxiety and unfulfillment, all these things show up because what we have to do is we got to get to the root causes of our attempt to make what we see and try to derive pleasure and peace and satisfaction from, and even in relationships, special love from. That to when we stop doing that, we just start to see that the Holy Spirit is constantly showing us the actual perfection of what we are. Not that we don't have, quote, work to do in doing the lessons and practicing forgiveness, but we stop trying to make idols out of what we see and perceive out there in hopes that it'll finally fill us up and finally make us feel like we're whole. We just stop chasing after it. And it's like the old Lao Tzu quote that says, to the one who wants nothing, the whole world belongs to them. Because when we stop seeking and chasing and we stop taking the first anything in this world that you believe is good and valuable, worth striving for, can hurt you or will do so, not because it has the power to hurt, but just because we've been denied it's but an illusion and tried to make it real for ourselves. So see for yourself, like where are you losing your peace? That gives you a clue into what you're attempting to try to make real, like an idol, and then try to get it manipulated in such a way that if it's the way you want it to be, you'll finally feel at peace. You'll finally feel okay. And once we stop doing that, we can just see the natural perfection in God's creation all around us.